Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahawah Kakadash, and double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone, and to the bishops and elders in Connecticut, and to the high priests and teachers that taught our apostles, and to the brothers that's out there teaching and preaching this truth. Hey, Shalom to you and this Yah Demar from the Great Millstone, Houston camp. And Shalom, and Shalom to the elect, okay? And I'm gonna do a video. It's gonna be quick, I'll play it. What I'm going into is another video going into Isaiah 4 and 1. Everybody pretty much knowing about it, As I'm gonna play this video, this lady, she's talking about it. She sees it. But this fair use, not getting paid for this video, just for educational purposes only. So let's get it.
Expensive meat nowadays is male meat.
Talk to me.
A time will come when some women will beg to have a man by their side. They will have to take someone else's husband to have their own. It's not that a time will come. This is already happening.
Okay.
There are women taking other women's husbands. There are women making families cry.
Oh, wow.
Because things are very difficult. Nowadays, there are no longer enough men for all women. That's why I'm telling you, ladies, if you have your hard-working husband, your provider husband, take care of him. Don't despise him. Take care of him with affection, love, attention. Did you understand? Because things nowadays are very difficult, and don't even let it cross your mind to leave him. Because if you leave him, you can be sure that you won't find another one.
Oh, girl said the most expensive meat out here is man meat these days. I know Isaiah, I think it's Isaiah 4 and 1 speaks of that, where it says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by your name. And so we won't be taken away in a reapproach. Hey, I don't know, but I do know right now there's more women out here than men. And I see men is having fun. You know what I mean? Now it's dangerous because the more fun you have and the more STDs you can put yourself in the path of. But it is what it is, man. She said
the most.
Yeah, so hey, you heard it, you see it, She's going. That's what she's talking about. And you got this Jake or whatever, I guess on whatever platform he on. And man, they listen to us. They listen to Great Millstone, starting with our apostles, How what Israelite group that speaks on Isaiah 4 and 1, it's us, GMS, man. You know what? Let's go to chat right quick. Let's see. Okay, man, I don't know. You know what? I gotta do all this dumb shit, man. It's lucky. I just type it in. What's GMS take on Isaiah 4 and 1. Let's see what it says. Okay, let's see what it says. If by GMS you mean Great Millstone, they take on Isaiah 4 and 1 is essentially that it is a future prophecy about a severe severe imbalance between Israelite man and woman after major judgment war. Isaiah 4:1 says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Yeah, so it's just meaning that, hey, when times get bad, man, you're going to have women looking for an Israelite man. It ain't just going to be no any kind of man. It's going to be an Israelite man with this knowledge and truth of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? Now they going to they going to provide food and their own apparel, their own clothes. They just want to be, pretty much just be popped by you. You know what I'm saying? Really? 7 women, that just completion of, the number of women could be, you can have, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever number that's gonna be in those times, right? And says GMS commonly connects it to Jacob's trouble. The time, it's like, Jacob's trouble, the end times, the basic interpretation is 7 women for one surviving man, right? One man, a relatively small number of Israelite men remaining after widespread death and destruction, right? We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. These women aren't, primarily speaking, financial provision from the man. These women are primarily, these women aren't primarily seeking financial provision from the man, right? Most of these women are going to probably be, I always think as like this here, most of the women that are going to probably pretty much come to, the man of the Lord, as they're going to already be pretty much set, pretty much, That's what I get from it. And it says, let us be called by thy name. They want the man's name status as wives, see? So they won't bear the reproach of being unmarried or childless. See that? Yeah. Most of these women, they single, don't have no children. They, they all about their career, And it says the preceding context is crucial. Right, yeah, going in Isaiah 3, right? Isaiah 3:25 says the men shall fall by the sword, right? And I think that's going in Second Esdras too. When the Second Esdras was that I get it confused. 15 and 16, where they bridegrooms going to war. And they're gonna be pretty much be out of there, man. Jay's gonna be going out there to this World War III war, right? And they ain't coming back. Okay? And it reads again, the preceding context is crucial. Isaiah 3:25 says, thy men shall be, thy men shall fall by the sword. Follow it immediately by 4:1. When it's saying Isaiah 4:1. So GMS sees the shortage of men as the direct reason for the 7-to-1 situation. Yeah, it's true, right? And there are actually GMS videos specifically titled Isaiah 4:1 in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, right? And others connecting Isaiah 4:1 with contemporary end times events. And it says one important nuance, GMS interpretation is not simply men will have 7 wives because the Bible permits polygamy. The emphasis is that the prophecy describes an extraordinary condition caused by the destruction of many men. The women themselves the women themselves say they will provide their own food and clothing, they immediately concern is having the man's name and removing their reproach. And the next verse shift dramatically. Isaiah 4:2 speak of the branch of the branch of Yahweh Shema Shai. And verse 3:6 describes survivors being cleansed and protected. So yeah, I mean, hey, it's gonna be bad out here. These women just gonna be seeking the men of the Lord. I mean, they ain't gonna be seeking no Pookies and Ray Rays, and Pookie and Ray Rays ain't gonna have the answers. Pookie and Ray Ray ain't gonna be protected by Yahweh by Shema Shai, right? Right? Only the men of the Lord, the elect, the Lord's men, Yahweh by Shema Shai, men's is gonna be protected, and the woman's gonna see that. Okay? We don't really have to go into Isaiah 4:1, right? Just kind of like pretty much went into it. But you can see, let's read in the NLT, Isaiah 4:1 in the NLT. In that day also few men will be left, that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name, so we won't be marked as old maids. See? So yeah, that's pretty much self-explanatory right there. Okay? And we'll just get Isaiah, what's that, 13 and 12, right? Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So yeah, that's gonna be a precious type of gold, right? So this is your man, really this your man. The man is the prize. Scripture right here. An Israelite man. Okay? It's the prize. And he's making us find gold right now. We're finding us right now. Right? Through this word. And through adversities and things in that nature. So yeah, I seen this, it came across the TikTok feed, so I wanted to just, make a video on it, a quick hit right quick. So, these people, they see it. They see Isaiah 4:1, and you can see it. You can really just see it, how these people operate, how Jake, some of these 2/3 operate, So yeah, it's gonna happen. Like the apostles and brothers on down, I always say, hey, men that don't have no woman right now, hey, just wait. And our little man gonna be picked, you're gonna have your choosing. Mostly women ain't gonna get picked, from the men of the Lord, okay? So, hey, I hope this been edifying to the point. And I'm gonna give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahava Kakadash. And I'm gonna say, until next time, Shalom, and Shalom to the elect.